Hello YouTube people, today I'm gonna show you a highly requested watch from you, Militado ML08. In this video I'll show you how this watch looks like on 16.5cm wrist. I'll show you how this watch looks like on way too many straps. I will also briefly show you a comparison versus ML05, and just for fun I'm also gonna show you ML09 and probably a little bit of ML06 just for fun. The story goes like this: I was doing collaboration with Militado on ML09, and I told them that in basically every video I get comments from you people telling me to get ML08, and Militado was like, oh yeah, you want that watch? And I was like, of course I want that watch. So they sent me this watch as a sponsor, so Militado, thank you very much. This watch, naked off the strap, weighs just 44 grams, so it's very lightweight watch. And by the way, everything is according to my own measurements. The diameter of the case is 38 millimeters. Lug to lug distance is 44.3 millimeters. Lug width is standard 20 millimeters. Thickness is 10.6 millimeters. This watch has this wonderful quartz movement with the sweeping seconds hand, and it is rated up to 100 meters of water resistance. It has a screw down crown, a screw down case back, and it has sapphire crystal. Some people been talking about a comparison ML05 versus ML08. So to give you a better understanding, I will give you several different angles to look at those watches. So first of all, look from the third person perspective how ML05 looks like, and now for the comparison let's quickly switch to ML08. Both are very beautiful watches, but honestly they are rather different, and I will talk about differences once we switch to the first person view. Just to rest your eyes, take a quick look at ML06. Not a bad looking watch, right? Anyway, I have put these watches down in an order of dressiness, basically. So this is not a very dressy watch, ML05, this is very sporty watch, and ML09 is very dressy watch, very shiny watch. So in my opinion, ML08 sits somewhere in the middle. It's very versatile watch. You can dress it down, you can dress it up, and it's very playful, as I will prove you later on trying this watch on a bunch of different straps. So quickly, you know, this ML05, you can't really dress it up, you can't really put it on a shiny leather strap and wear it in formal occasions. It just ain't gonna look right. So that's a very sporty watch, and that's the major difference between ML05 and ML08, because ML08 I believe you can actually dress up with some kind of shiny leather strap and wear in somewhat semi formal occasions probably. But that's why this watch is a lot more versatile. And you know what? I was actually very surprised by ML09 as well when I did a video about this watch. You can actually dress down this watch quite a bit. Check my video about this watch, this section of the video where I tried this watch on a bunch of different straps, because as it turns out this watch is actually surprisingly playful, but it still remains a very dressy watch. So that's basically the difference. Let's quickly look how they look on the wrist. ML05, very sporty watch, very, I would say it's a cute watch, you know, cute, very simple, and I really like the simplicity with this watch. Very simple yet very beautiful watch. And ML08, very similar in size but very different in looks in my opinion. It looks rather different from the ML05. Those cathedral hands look fancy, look very nice. Shiny bezel as well. Yeah, it sits on the same strap, but it's a very different watch. And ML09, I'm just showing you this watch just because I have it. It doesn't really have anything to do with these two watches visually. Only, the size is very similar, the vibe of vintagey style watches is very similar, but generally speaking, this is a very different looking watch from other two. And one last time, just side by side view, just for fun, because looking at these beauties is fun. So that's how they look next to each other. Let's play with this watch a little bit from up close. Let's see how it looks like. Take a good look at those cathedral hands. They have this nice brushed finishing. And you know what? In my opinion, this watch would look a little bit better if those hands were actually polished out. Because polished out bezel, in my opinion, would look better together with polished out hands. But that is just my opinion, they are still pretty shiny, they still look pretty good. And if you look really carefully up close, you can see this brushed finishing, which looks rather interesting on hands. So I'm not complaining, it's just my opinion that shiny hands would look a little bit better with shiny bezel. So take a look around. That's how the crown looks like. And this crown has a little cog shape that makes it sit a little bit away from the case, which is nice, which makes easier to use the crown because it's not completely touching the case. It has this little gap from the case. That's how brushing looks like. Very fine brushing, by the way, very, very fine brushing on this watch. Take a good look all around. Yeah, looks pretty good. And beautiful bezel, by the way. I like that this watch has shiny bezel. It makes this watch pop a little bit in the eyes. It's nice. It's nice. So the case back is very simple. Screw down case back. And it's flat and it's slim. Very good. Let's play a little bit with the light. Let's turn off one light. Let's see how it looks in a contrast view. You know what? Let me try to zoom in a little bit more. Let's see how close can I get to those hands so you could see the brushing on those hands. It looks rather interesting, Can't really complain too much. It looks pretty interesting. Now with this high magnification, let's take a look at the very fine edges. Very fine edges, looking good. Looking good. Let's try another light. This one on, this one off. Light from another side. I wanna give you a real good look at this watch, a real good look. Sorry for the tiny dust particles on the crystal. I'm just cleaning and I don't know. I can't really see on camera screen them very well. So only after I upload this video to my PC, I can see on a big screen that I forgot to clean a little bit of dust on the glass, so sorry about that. As I'm filming, I don't really see those tiny dust particles on the crystal. Nice thing to look at, nice. This watch is nice thing to look at. That's very good. Now let's try how this watch looks like in the dark. For the lume comparison, I have ML06, 08 and 05. So let's turn off the lights and let's see how they look in the dark. So ML05 doesn't really have a very strong lume. Not a strong lume, but 08 has rather decent lume. It's not something to be very excited about, but this lume actually is functional. And what do I mean by that is that last night I have charged this lume before going to sleep. I put this watch behind my pillow and I tried to read the time well into the morning in the darkness. And you know what? I had no trouble telling the time on this watch in the morning. It's not super bright, but it surprised me that I was actually able to tell the time well in the morning. So that's nice, because you know what? The lume on this watch, it has this color mixed into, so in real life, throughout the day, it doesn't appear to be very strong, but somehow it's fine. It's one of those looms that charges rather quickly, gives off initial burst of light rather quickly, and surprisingly, I was also able to tell the time on this watch well in the morning. That's nice. This one, ML06, has a problem where hands are not as strong as indexes, but still. Shiny, oh man. In the dark. That's what I'm talking about, shiny hands. Just take a look at those hands. Oh, I love that. How they play out in the dim light, that's just so nice. That's a beautiful watch, man. This is a beautiful watch. So is this one. This shiny bezel pops out in a dim light. Like that. Makes this watch so playful. But not playful, but it still looks somewhat elegant, this watch. Those cathedral hands, shiny bezel. That's a very beautiful watch. This one in a dim light, not that exciting. Not that exciting. It's not a shiny watch, it's a sporty watch. This one, oh yeah, this one in the dim light looks really nice. And from the third person view, so that's how these watches look in the dark. Let's begin with ML06. And that's how this watch looks like. And that's sporty ML05. So let's turn off the light. Yeah, that's how this one looks like. And this one, ML08. Not too bad. Not too bad, Usable. That's how it looks like. It looks usable in the dark. That's nice. My favorite part of the video. Let's try this watch on a bunch of different straps. And if there is any strap that you want, you can find it on my website thomaswatchreviews.com in the menu section called straps. I have tried all of them, and you will find descriptions about each of them, me telling what I like and what I don't like about each of the strap. Blue nylon strap looks rather lovely on this watch. Not bad at all. Makes a nice contrast with those beige numbers and hands. The most popular nylon strap that I believe you all have. That's how this watch looks on the strap, and I think it looks nice. It does look nice. As this watch looks very nice on many straps in my opinion. This watch looks very good on many different straps. This is grey nylon strap, and this is the strap that I wear ML05 on. This is my default strap for this watch, and that's how it looks like. Very nice strap. I do recommend this strap for many watches. It looks really good. So ML08 also looks good on this strap. Very versatile strap. Does look very good on many watches. This is probably the most used strap in my videos, I believe. I show every watch on this strap because I like it. I have noticed one thing, that vintage style watches look very good on a shiny green leather strap somehow. I mean, just take a look at this. This looks very nice. Very nice. And just for fun, this is how ML06 looks like on the same green, shiny nylon strap. Also vintage style watch. Also looks great on this strap, doesn't it? It looks great. It looks Very good. Such a nice watch, by the way. This is PU leather strap, which is probably one of the most comfortable straps that I have, and surprisingly durable, and one of the cheapest. It definitely looks a little bit cheap, but man, it's so comfortable and it is so durable. I do strongly recommend this one. The inside of the strap is just such a nice microscopic fur. It feels so good and looks pretty good on winter style watches. That's a gray elastic nylon strap and it looks really good. Really good. Look how elastic it is. Chong, chong, chong. Green tropical style strap. It's a very good strap. It's very flexible, very breathable. The only bad thing is that it has this stupid end. Stupid end. It's way a little bit too long for me personally. Let's try dressing this watch up a little bit and let's put it on a shiny black leather strap. And I think it looks alright. Shiny bezel together with this shiny leather strap makes this watch look a lot dressier than on a nylon strap, obviously. This leather strap is not shiny and it has holes, and I think this strap fits the character of this watch very well. This is very simple two-piece nylon strap, which is very cheap and very comfortable and looks nice, and a nice looking strap. And being nylon strap, it's also very durable as well. Okay, let's put this watch on something very nice. This is suede leather, brown leather strap with stitching of exactly the same color as indexes and hands. Looking good. Looking real good. This one looks similar, but I also wanted to try it very much. Usually this strap doesn't look good on many watches because the stitching is rather fat on the strap, but somehow I think on this watch it looks alright. It doesn't look bad, and I like the texture of this strap. It's very interesting. And this strap is very flexible and it feels very nice. I think it looks pretty good on this watch. Shiny bezel watch on a shiny bracelet. Of course it looks good. It looks very good. Not bad at all. Shiny, shiny. And this one is my favorite. This is a coffee brown leather strap of some kind. But what's interesting about this leather strap that it has a texture of an old leather shoes, you know. And I don't mean that in a bad way, obviously. I think it looks great. This strap is still relatively new. I haven't worn it much, but just take a look at the you know, stretch marks and everything, how it wears in, how it looks like. It looks so cool, such a cool strap, and I think it fits this watch so well. Somehow this is my favorite. So what's the end note for this watch? Well, I believe it is rather obvious in this video that I like this watch quite a lot. Not only it checks all the boxes for me personally, like sapphire crystal, screw down crown with 100 meters of water resistance, sweeping second-hand quartz movement. It's awesome, it looks amazing, it feels amazing. The size for me on my 16.5 centimeter wrist is just perfect, so I can't really tell anything bad. So guys, thank you for recommending me this watch, and thank you Militado for sponsoring me this watch. Have a nice day. Goodbye.